Hey everyone, this is Michael again, and welcome to my review of tonight's edition of SmackDown. And I thought tonight's SmackDown, it was an okay show. Was it a good show? No, but it was just okay. This is the SmackDown after Hell in a Cell, which was this past Sunday, and the show opened up with the Usos coming out. They said that they told you so, that they were going to be the 5-time SmackDown Tag Team Champions, and they're saying that like what they always said, that they got the whole tag team division on lock. And New Day end up coming out. The Usos tell the Usos that they made history Sunday because it was their very first Hell in a Cell that they were in, and it was also the first time the New Day has been in a Hell in a Cell. And they say that the other tag teams on SmackDown sucks, and that that they are the best tag team on the whole SmackDown tag team division. And the Hype Bros and Chad Gable and Shelton Benjamin end up coming out. They say, Chad Gable says that, they tell the Hype Bros to go to the back of the line, to have their opportunity for the tag team championships. And then we got Breezango and Ascension coming out, to tag team jobbers. Just saying, oh, we want an opportunity for the tag team titles. And Daniel Bryan ends up coming out. He ends up telling New Day and the Usos to get out of the ring. And he announces that the competitors are going to be in a Fatal 4-Way. And the winners of that Fatal 4-Way will earn a title opportunity against the Usos. And he says that the match will happen next. So it was a pretty decent opening segment with the Usos and everybody there. And of course, the first match was the Fatal 4-Way match. Chad Gable, Shelton Benjamin versus the Hype Bros versus Breezango and the Ascension. And this was a decent Fatal 4-Way match, back and forth between these 4 tag teams. But you had Shelton Benjamin and Chad Gable win the Fatal 4-Way. They get to have a opportunity to face the Usos now, so that's going to be pretty good. Chad Gable and Shelton Benjamin. You can see that they are building up Gable and Benjamin, which I really like, because I enjoyed the whole tag team between with Gable and Benjamin. So, but all in all, it was a decent Fatal 4-Way. Okay, and after that we had Natalya, Lana, and Tamina backstage. Lana ends up telling Natalya that the SmackDown title, the SmackDown Women's title, will look better around Tamina. Natalya says that that all the women there, because Carmella also came in. Natalya says that they all deserve to be champion. Then Charlotte ends up coming in, and Natalya says to her, did she break her pathetic father's heart again? And then we just see Charlotte just elbow Natalya, ends up elbowing her, and taking her out. And then we just saw Becky come in. She was taking out Carmella. And pretty much it was basically, them trying to separate Charlotte. So it was a little backstage segment with them. It was decent. Then we had Renee Young interviewing Baron Corbin about heading into his rematch with AJ Styles tonight for the United States title. Corbin says, tonight it's going to be the house that Styles scorned when he beats Styles again and retains the United States title. So it was a little interview with Corbin. Then it was Becky Lynch versus Carmella. Just a typical women's match. Nothing great or special in the match, though. But Becky Lynch ended up getting the win with the disarmer on Carmella. So, but it's just your typical women's match. Like I said, nothing great or special. So. Then we had Kevin Owens end up coming out saying that at Hell in a Cell he said he said exactly what he was going to do to Shane McMahon, and he says that he sent Shane to hell and that Shane is never coming back. He ends up telling the crowd to count their blessings because they almost lost Owens, and then he basically goes into saying, "Oh, I saw the light," and pretty much something about that, saying, "Oh, Saint Peter," and pretty much that was basically what Owens was saying. And he ends up saying his guardian angel is Sami Zayn, and he says he's gonna turn SmackDown Live into his paradise and become the Kevin Owens show. And Sami Zayn ends up coming out. Owens tells Sami that he had no idea that he was going to pull him away, and Owens ends up thanking Sami for that. And then Sami says he thought that he had an opportunity when he came to SmackDown Live, because he was saying how on Raw they were not using him that well, and I agree with him on that. When he was on Raw, they were pretty much not using him well and not giving him an opportunity. And he said he was trying to warn Shane about how Owens is, how crazy Owens can be. And Shane just brushed him off, and he says Shane never cared about him and never gave him an opportunity. Sami ends up saying that Owens will always be his brother, and that Shane didn't care about that, and Shane basically wanted to end Owens' career, and that's when Sami saved Owens, because Sami also said that Shane was a big psychopath, and he thanks Owens. So pretty much I thought it was a good segment with Owens and Sami. I think Sami's gonna pull off being a good heel. Basically, it'll give him some sort of push, which I hope they do. And then it was Shinsuke Nakamura and Randy Orton versus Rusev and Aiden English. This was meh match. Pretty much didn't care for it. So, but you had Nakamura and Orton winning. Orton hitting the RKO on Rusev, and Nakamura hitting the Kinyasha on Aiden English. Scored the win for him and Orton. So it was pretty much a meh match. So then after that we had Renee Young interviewing AJ Styles. Styles says Corbin has proved he says that Corbin has made mistakes, and he doubts that Corbin will still walk out as the United States champion. And he says that it's going to be the end of days for his title reign, for his U.S. Title reign. So it was a pretty good interview with Styles, which I liked. Then we had a promo with Luke Harper and Eric Rowan of them coming back, which I'm happy about, because it's been a while since we've seen Harper and Rowan. So I'm glad that they're coming back. Hopefully they give them both a good push, because SmackDown needs more tag teams for the division. So, but that's pretty cool to see Harper and Rowan again, after they haven't been seen in what I feel like forever. So then after that, we have Bobby Roode coming out, saying that his first WWE pay-per-view match was glorious, and he said it was glorious until Dolph ended up attacking him from behind, hitting him with the zigzag. Then Bobby says to Dolph, if he wants to fight, let's fight. Dolph ends up coming out, congratulates Bobby on the win, and Dolph says that he is the greatest in-ring performer in WWE history, and he ends up calling Bobby Roode a fraud, and that Dolph is the better man, and he goes on to say that Bobby panicked in the match on Sunday. And he showed just a photo of it, of when Bobby pulled Dolph's tights to score the win. And then Dolph tells Bobby that he demands his rematch, and Bobby says to Dolph that he's got his rematch, and that he ends up telling Dolph that the match is gonna go, probably just like how the first time it went at at Hell in a Cell this past Sunday. And he says that he's sick of Dolph talking, and he wants him to get in the ring and have the match now. And we think Dolph is gonna get in the ring, and that they're gonna have the match. And Dolph ends up saying, "Oh, it's not going to happen right now," and then he walks to the back. So it was a okay segment with Bobby Roode and Dolph. Then we get to the main event. It was Baron Corbin versus AJ Styles for the United States title rematch from Sunday. This match was a decent main event, back and forth between Corbin and Styles. You had Styles throw Corbin over the announce table, which was cool. But Baron Corbin ended up getting the win with the end of days. He still retains the United States title. Then you had, after the match, Baron Corbin is being interviewed by Renee Young. He says, to the crowd that they could look at the title and eat it, and that, it's not going anywhere. It's not going to go away from him. And he says that he's going to enjoy every second of it as, the U.S. champion. So that pretty much, and then after that, that pretty much ended SmackDown tonight. So yeah, so anyways, that's it for my review of tonight's edition of SmackDown. Thank you all for watching, and be sure to give this video a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you all back here tomorrow night for my Lucha Underground review, which is going to be week 3, night 3 of Ultima Lucha 3. So until that video, I'll see you all back here tomorrow night. Bye.